What's up? So today I wanted to talk to you about two super important business principles that are at the core of everything I do, that have really saved my butt throughout the years and have also made me way more money than I ever thought they would. And I think that as we're going through this current climate and all the things that kind of come to light the past couple of weeks or month and a half, I really want to talk to you about this because they're so important. And the first one is that you never build your business on someone else's business. You can ask my husband, Chris. I talk about this all the time with him because when you've done this long enough, and by this I mean entrepreneurship, you make a lot of friends and you really see a lot of changes in the marketplace, and you've experienced highs and you've experienced lows, and you've seen economies kind of rise and fall. And I know that sounds like I've been doing business for 20 years. It's been like 8.5, almost 9. But this really important principle is something that I don't think most people understand or even like really comprehend. When your business is relying solely on one other business, meaning you have one client or your app or tool or piece of technology or the gear that you sell is dependent on how well someone else's business is doing, you're in trouble. I'm serious. I mean, we're seeing this all the time. For example, I love creators, and I think that they do such an amazing job creating content and being incredible artists. But more often than not, they're totally underselling themselves. They're underselling their time and their work by only monetizing through one income channel, which is affiliate marketing. A lot of creators, right, use Amazon as their main source of affiliate sales and affiliate commissions. And, just last week, well, depending on when you're watching this video, as the time of the recording, last week, Amazon cut, affiliate commissions significantly, substantially. That's totally crippling creators and really causing so many issues when it comes to them being able to provide for their families and their livelihoods. And so it really got me thinking, like, dang, this whole concept that I've lived by all these years is like, never build your business on someone else's business is more true now than it ever has been. And actually, the first time I realized this was 2013, 2012. I was really diving into social media marketing and was about to launch my own practice, but I was working in corporate America, and I would constantly get bombarded by all these awesome tech tools. And there was this one company, actually it was founded by Nathan Latka, and I completely forget what the name of the company was. I'm so sorry. But it's been quite a couple of years. But basically this company was designed to enable these things called tabs that used to be on Facebook pages into full landing pages where you could actually like capture name and emails of the people that followed your Facebook page, and it was like this huge thing. So once Facebook removed tabs, and I'm totally aging myself here because if you remember tabs on Facebook pages, please leave me a comment below. Let a girl know that, she's not the only old person that's been doing this a long time. But Facebook was the ish. It was the thing back then, right? Instagram was like not even a thing, not even cool. Like, what the heck is that app? And so back then, everyone and their mama wanted to turn these awesome tabs that Facebook gave you into landing pages so they could run like giveaways and contests and capture people's names and emails, or even like create shop pages. In fact, I had a shop page on a tab set up for our first company, which is a moving company, local company. We killed it when it came to the sales on that tab. But the minute Facebook removed that feature, boom, that entire company's revenue source was gone, right? And they had to kind of evolve and pivot and change, and eventually the company, I guess, got bought out, but I don't know. Anyway, the whole thing is, time after time, I've seen so many software, tech tools, creators, so many businesses and entrepreneurs kind of go through that process of really building and putting all their eggs in one basket into one client. In this case, right, it was Facebook. If Facebook removed that feature, they're gone. And this happens constantly, not just in the online space, but in the offline space too. We see entrepreneurs and small business owners rely on a single supplier, a single vendor, or just one big client. They just sign that one big contract, and the minute that client's business isn't doing well, or the minute they change their mind, there goes their entire business model. So never, ever, ever build your business on someone else's business. Meaning, you should have multiple clients, multiple customers purchasing your product for it to be sustainable and viable. That's not going to make you recession proof. It's not going to make you, kind of failure proof, but it will 100% extend the sustainability and the long-term health of your brand and your company. All right, so I just finished batching a bunch of our YouTube videos, our podcast videos, and here at the company, we usually try to batch at least a quarter in advance. So it's a really intense filming day. Actually, it's a filming week because we have so much content to get out for the YouTube channel, for the podcast, and then also for the Business Lounge. We put out a new course last month. We're putting out a new course this month, and so we have a really busy content schedule. It's a filming week for sure. It's kind of stressful, but it's also a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for you guys to see our new content. I just wrapped up for the day, and I wanted to share, I didn't want to end the day without sharing number 2 principle that's just been one of my guiding forces throughout my entire career, and that is the concept of profitability versus popularity, right? So profitability over popularity, choosing to be profitable over being popular, and making that conscious decision. So I think that very few people have, are blessed enough to have worked in the social media space like I did and understand the intricacies behind a company, whether they had a few followers and were making a ton of money because they understood their target demographic, they understood the power of conversion optimization, they just knew how to do more with less, or they had a huge booming following and were barely able to make ends meet. That reality just hit me in the face really hard when I first became a social media manager. And so oftentimes we'll get messages from you guys saying things like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. Why don't you have more subscribers? Or on Instagram, wow, I love the message that you're sharing, but you really need to have more followers. And I think that those are well-intentioned, really good, compliments in a way, but they also let me know what people associate with success, right? What society and perception, how it distorts our idea of what profitability actually means and what it means to succeed and to win. And so throughout this current crisis, so many of you guys have been messaging me, emailing me, sending me Facebook messages. In fact, a lot of my entrepreneurial friends who are kind of my peers have also reached out and they're like, holy crap, Kim, you've been preaching profitability over popularity all this time, and now I actually get it. Now I actually see what you mean, because there's so many people who are banking on having large audiences or banking on, having a ton of exposure, and they're just not able to make it through this time frame because they're just not focused on profitability and the core of your business and understanding business basics. And that's not to say that having a lot of followers is a bad thing. I think it's amazing if you're able to leverage, a huge audience and they're the right people and they actually care about the products that you have to offer, the services that you offer, and you do a good job at converting them to clients. More power to you. That's amazing. That's the goal, right? But it's about looking at things from the lens of business and the lens of, actually turning a profit while serving people, while, furthering and deepening that relationship. It doesn't mean that you only have to focus on the numbers. And, I think that this society, it's so incredibly superficial. And there's this entire notion that without hundreds of thousands of followers, you can't make it in business. And that is a fallacy. That is absolute garbage. That is not true at all. All you need are people who actually care about what you have to offer. I see it time and time and time again in the business lounge and with our private clients, folks who have less than 500, emails on their email list, but they've done the work and they've really hustled and they've pulled up their sleeves and they've said, let's do this. They've attracted the right audience and they're having 5-figure launches. No big deal because they have the right people on their list. And so when we actually start looking at things from the lens of, okay, is this actually going to move the needle in my business? Versus how popular can I be and how cool can I be and how can my perception grow, we start shifting and our priorities change. So I just want to encourage you, and I want to also relieve you and let you know that it's awesome to have a huge audience. It's great to explode on a platform, but it's not going to serve you if you don't have the business fundamentals down pat. If you don't know how to turn a follower, a website visitor, an email subscriber into a paying client, then it's absolutely worthless. It literally doesn't serve you at all. All it does is it keeps you in this constant state of hysteria of trying to put out content and looking at your numbers and obsessing about the people who've unfollowed you on Instagram. And that's not healthy. That's not how entrepreneurs run their businesses in a way that's profitable and sustainable. It's not how billionaires operate, for sure. It's not, that's just not the mindset. So I just want to challenge you as you kind of look at how you're going to pivot your business, what's going to come ahead, what will happen 4, 8 weeks from now, 6 months, a year from now. What are the things that you're going to learn from this period? I hope that this makes sense. I hope that you choose profitability over popularity. I hope that you choose to stay really, really close to your core message and your core mission, and that you choose to serve, and you serve with big-hearted generosity, that you don't hold back, that you really step into the gifts that God has provided you, and that you go out in the world and you prove all the naysayers wrong, because I sure as heck have. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.